Alright, guys, so today's podcast is gonna be the number 78 for the episode. This is the P Alpha Music Podcast. This is your host, Pablo, your Ruiz Vargas. Remember, you can go to the anchor.fm, P Alpha Music. You can just listen to the rest of the podcast episodes. And of course, if you're watching me or listening to me on YouTube, just make sure you like and subscribe as well. You know that I like to just get into it. Not to give too much intro. It's not my style for now. But today's episode is going to be why lying is bad in a relationship. Okay? Why is lying bad for relationships? Why is that? You never ask yourself about that? I'm going to explain you why. Of course, this is all my opinion. Okay? I'm not a professional. I'm just giving you my opinion from my experience. Why these things are very horrifying in malicious, coming from a bad place. I'm gonna give you the synopsis why these kind of behaviors are very bad. Lying is like it's like a drug that doesn't kill you, right? But the more you consume that drug, right, it gets worse. But it never kills you. What it does is just kill your spirit, but doesn't kill you physically. Just kill your spirit. Because the more you lie, of course, you just get yourself in a tighter position. Of course, make you in a deeper hole. You get into a deeper hole. Because what happens is, lying, it requires a lot of creativity in your mind to create situations that are not real. Okay? Now, because you're convincing that something is not real, right? So you can go a little bit crazy. Okay? And then all of a sudden you become a professional liar. Then all of a sudden lying is your professional. And then you believe your own lie. That's the worst one, right? But what about if you lie in a relationship? We're gonna talk about that. You have any opinion, just make sure you're on YouTube. Comment below, and if you have anything to say, you can just email me in the pjalphapodcast@gmail.com, and you can just if you have anything to say, you can just email me privately, and I will respond to your email. Okay, why lying why lying is bad in a relationship? Okay, as a man, I'm the structure of my house. I'm the foundation. Because I'm the foundation, if my foundation is not strong, my house just goes down. It goes down. Now, the reason I say this is because I don't understand why man or female lie in a relationship. I understand telling the truth is uncomfortable, but things need to be told. Okay? It's like Jordan Peterson says, if you're not going to tell the truth, at least don't lie. There's a reason he mentioned that. Because what lie does is just destroy your fundamental of your state of mind. Okay? You cannot look at people straight in the eyes. Because you are disingenuine from top to bottom. So you start pretending to be something you're not, okay? In a relationship, as a man, it's bad because that means that I lose trust on my family. And losing trust in your family is the worst because that means that they cannot give you their own food, right? Because they know that you're gonna eat it, and you're gonna just look away and say, you know what, something happened, you just fall, and a dog just ate it, even though there's no dogs around. Let me just touch on a couple points, and then I'm going to, say my own points on top of those points, and see if we are in the same place, okay? The first one, and I mentioned this already, lies destroy trust. If you're with your partner, okay, hear me out. Let's say you went to the bar with your friends. You come home, and she asks you, John, What happened? Yeah, you came a little bit late. Where were you at? Where were you at? I'm just, talking with my friends. I was, doing anything wrong. Oh, you know what? It was work. They hold me a little bit longer. You already started wrong because she knows that you're lying. But the fact is that you didn't tell her the truth. She doesn't trust you. And of course, you didn't want you wanted to avoid conflict. Therefore, because you didn't want to have any conflict or arguments, you lie. Now you are in a weaker position. Now your family's in a weaker position. Why? Because you did not have the courage. Tell the truth. Just go with it. Have the arguments, right? And just stay your ground, right? Because at the end of the day, you didn't do anything wrong in the first place. And we can talk more about what kind of situation is this when your wife want to ask you where you at, right? That's a test, but we're not going to get into that right now. But why you lied? By simply telling the truth, you can just get some animosity, I think it is the word. You'll deal with it, but then later you're going to get more respect. But no, you didn't want to do that because you didn't want to, get that longer results. You want to just now, just keep everything template and mild. But you sacrifice trust. Now, even though you tell the truth, they're not gonna believe you. Don't lie. You're gonna lose trust. Next one. Lying shows a lack of respect, and this is very important. Let me just go with this. Lying shows that you lack of respect for yourself. If you lie, that means that you don't have respect for yourself. Now, because you don't respect yourself, you don't respect others. See? If you don't respect others, right? What does that mean? That there's an inner conflict with you. Don't expect people to respect you when you don't even respect your own words. Okay? Lying shows a lack of respect. Next one. Lying demonstrates selfishness, and this is true. Because what lies does is you're always trying to make sure it goes your way. And we all know life doesn't go like that, right? Life doesn't go always our way. We would love to be that case, but of course it's not. So therefore, we're always trying to make sure that it goes our way. So we lie. We all done this. I've done that myself, right? And the older you get, it's like you start appreciating truth in words, manner words, right? What you say, just make sure you follow through. But thing doesn't get your way, you don't try to just lie yourself through it, right? You just accept it as it is, right? And especially when you're in a relationship, right? Don't lie just to make sure that you are in a better situation than your partner or your wife or your husband in that case, right? You are female. Because later that lie is gonna just bubble up and then explode. When it explodes, it's gonna be in the worst case scenario. Okay? Don't be selfish and don't lie. Think about your partner. What will be the reaction of your partner when he knows that you just lied? Okay? Don't do that. Lies makes a relationship. What the hell you said here? Lies make a relationship unstable. I think it is unstable or unsecure. I have to just figure out that one. It does get the relationship unstable, and the reason is, let me just go very quick here. The reason is because remember, the foundation is not well established, right? So now she doesn't even trust you. You don't even trust her because you can't even trust yourself. So your relationship being unstable now is being transferred. You have kids being transferred to your kids. Now your kids have problems because they don't even know who to trust. because they don't know who to trust, right? You can't even tell them how to tell the truth. How can you tell them or teach them how to tell the truth when you can't even do it? And then you're asking for your partner for respect, and she will tell you, I'm not gonna give you respect. You cannot even respect yourself, or you don't even respect me with your lies. See how that thing just go, right? The foundation of the relationship is not strong just to keep the relationship going, because the foundation is unstable. And therefore, being unstable, right? And there's marriages like that where they just last 25, 30 years, right? But with lies. Lies. Instead of just sitting down and just get it over with, right? Having that conversation about life. Why did I lie? What was the reason that I lied, right? Instead, they just want to put it under the rug. And hopefully one day, they're going to forget about it. Doesn't work like that, okay? Next one. Lies lead to lies. All lies lead to lies. Have you ever heard people saying, you're making one lie after the other, and then you make a huge story that you have to memorize the story in order for people to understand what the hell it was the first lie you said. And this has come from a mechanism of defense that we have as humans, right? We don't want to hurt nobody, but we end up hurting everybody. One lie after the other, after the other, after the other, and you get a little bit compulsive, okay? And then you become a very disingenuous person and very dangerous. A person that can just make family suffer, and more importantly, create an environment where people get hurt. You know, especially with family, people can get hurt. People can get emotionally depressed. Addictions can bubble or explode from that. There's a lot of things that go into what happens when you lie and you procrastinate lies, right? And this is one of the things, is that a lie is one of the easiest things to just keep inventing. But think about the fact that you can, even when we try to tell the truth, it's harder for us just to keep the truth, because there's all these external things that are just forcing you to just say a lie after that truth. It's like everything. It's a muscle. If that muscle is weak, you're gonna be lying. Because telling the truth is something that you never even thought about. Not even practice. Remember the last time that you told the truth? A long time, right? Have you ever been with people that always exaggerating their movies or their situations? Yes, I was in the mall, I did this, I did that, and he told me this, and he told me this back, and I told him, no, you choose this, you choose that. Listen. And when in reality it was something simple, the person say, can I have your phone? I need to make a call. Sure, boom. But then when he came to his friends or to his wife, he started just making a story up just to get some respect. Respect is earned by your own behaviors, right? And people that don't want to respect you, even though you have a good behavior, are not people to be around it, because they're going to pull you down either way. So there's no need for lying when you can be proactive, right? And make sure that you still make decisions where you still winning, but you don't have to lie. Because every time that you lie, just keep going, it never ends. Don't lie, because one lie will lead to the other. Now, last one, lying can lead to compulsive behavior. Compulsive liar, you guys heard that one? Oh my God. We all have these companions, or we've seen relationships where lies is just a part of the daily life. Lying is something that is just daily. It's not even situational. Situational could be like last Friday or 2 months ago. I just lied. Okay. Now, when it's compulsive, that means that you do it every time. Telling the truth is one of the hardest things that you can do. Therefore, you cannot even think about telling the truth. And when it becomes compulsive, it's very dangerous. That means that you need therapy. I'm not the professional person just to tell you what you should do or you should not. But when it's compulsive, that means that, of course, you get very emotional unstable, aggressive, dangerous. It could be even physically dangerous. Yeah. You start hurting everybody, yourself, all because you're selfish. You cannot tell the truth. You cannot even admit that you're wrong. And you're in a relationship. Your relationship is in a very tedious position. For the fact that if you have kids, you have all the family members, you have fathers, you have a lot of things to lose. And for you just avoid the reality that it could be very uncomfortable in the beginning to tell the truth, you just procrastinate all this process, right? And you destroy your relationship simply because you didn't want your counterpart to give you a pushback. In my case, since I met my woman, I told her the truth from the beginning, and I still do. Even if it hurts to her, even if it's hard for her, even if she gave me a little thing here, a little here, I still tell my truth. Because telling the truth is my stronger side in my foundation of my family, especially in my relationship. Because she knows when I tell something, I tell her with foundation, right? And most importantly, with a side of respect, because I respect her. But most importantly, I respect her because I respect myself. If I tell her a lie, I cannot live with myself. It's weird. But telling her the truth, right, keep me sane, yeah, to make sure that our relationship is strong. Now that's transferred to my kids. In this case, my daughter. She now can understand that when she grows up, when I tell the truth, right, even if it hurts, it's for a reason, right? This just goes beyond just trying to make sure that I'm selfish. Listen, telling the truth is not an easy thing. People are gonna be like hurting the moment, but then they're gonna be like, you know what? But he has a point. In the same for me. When people tell me the truth, I just take it, get a little bit defensive, of course, but then I come back and I'm like, you know what? Maybe what she or he was right. Maybe I need to just take more responsibility. Maybe, I prefer that than a lie. Truth over anything. That's what it is. Why lying is bad in a relationship? Because it will end up in a bad token. There's no way you can just lie in a relationship without making sure that truth was just settled first. And that starts from the first day of the date. If you're a man, don't try to play in her way because you want, the cookie. Don't do that. You have to set up your standards and boundaries why you want this relationship to work, and she will do the same thing. Things need to be established from the beginning, and if something bothers you, just express it, right? And things are not gonna be easy, but at least it's in the table, and then you can fix it up. But don't say, "Oh no, it's okay," when something really bothers you, right? "Oh no, it's okay. It's okay for you to just go out with your friends and blah blah blah, and I stay home." No. If that is a real concern, sit down with her and talk about it. The same with her. If something is concern for you, as a wife, you want your husband to, to understand it. Sit down and talk about it, but not let it fly because you are afraid of losing him or losing her. Because what that does is just create resentment, and that could be dangerous. That's when you have the big screaming, the argumentative, and might be physical. You want to avoid that. Okay? Make sure you always with the truth. If you're not gonna tell the truth, at least don't lie, quote unquote. Jordan Peterson. This was episode number 78 for the P Alpha Music Podcast. This was your host, Pablo Vargas. Why lying is bad in a relationship. I'm out.